Hi, it's Ashley. In this video, we're going to talk about how to prepare some of the produce items from your summer food box, and we're going to start with breakfast items. Simply put, the importance of breakfast is that you want to get your nutrients and vitamins to jumpstart your day, and the produce that comes in your summer food box can give you just that. So, for this strategy, I'm going to show you how to make a delicious vegetable hash. And a lot of times we don't think that vegetables can be used for breakfast, but they can. And not only would it give you a quick way of preparing something really delicious, but it gives you the energy that you need to really start your day off right. So let's get cooking. Let's get started on preparing our produce. We're going to wash these, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can wash each of these items. So here is our zucchini. What you want to do is simply wash the skin of the zucchini. You can peel it. I like to eat my zucchini with the skin on. It's just some extra fiber and some nutrients. And after rinsing this off, you're going to take the ends off because it's slightly inedible. And we're just going to do the other side and just go right into chopping it. I think it might be easier. And to save a bit of time, I'm actually just going to show you how to clean everything all in one fell swoop. And then we're going to chop it up and prepare to cook it, okay? So here we have our sweet potato, and one thing that you want to keep in mind is that because this has been stored in a cool, dark place, you want to make sure that you're cleaning any dirt and any debris off the skin. So you just want to come in here, wash this very well. Give it a nice little clean. And I will say some opt for keeping the skin on or peeling it to take the skin off. I like the skin on, as you can see the pattern. So I'm going to keep this on and cook it and chop it up with just as is. Next we have our tomato. This is just a medium-sized tomato, nice and ripe. I will say that whenever you want to prepare a tomato in this type of recipe, you want to look for a rich red tomato. That means it's going to be juicy, nutrient rich, and it's going to be easier to cut. So we're just going to wash the outside of the tomato off. And if it's been stored at room temperature, it should ripen a bit faster. And you can also just take off the stem here and throw it into a bowl for composting. And lastly, we have corn. Clearly, you're not going to wash this. So what you're going to do is peel the husk. And that can simply be done by going up to the top here where you see all of the fine hairs and digging through. And there's a fun part. Just break off this corn, the corn stem, and take it in for a wash. All right, so now all of our produce is washed, and I am going to show you how to chop this up and prepare it for cooking. So here's our tomato, and what we're going to do is just simply dice this into smaller pieces so that we can cook it in our hash. All right, and now we have our corn. And what we're going to do is simply just cut the kernels off. And you can typically just do this by sliding the knife right down, and that will take each individual kernel off. And we're going to mix that in with our zucchini. Just like this. All right, so now we've got our last produce item, which is a sweet potato. Now I will mention, for a vegetable hash, you can use either potato, a white potato, a gold potato, or a sweet potato. But since this came into your produce box, we're going to use the sweet potato. And I'm going to keep the skin on, but I'm just going to cut the ends off right here so that I can get a nice even cut. Put that into your compost bowl and simply start chopping away. All right, so all of our items are prepared and ready for going over to the stove. And before we go over to the stove, I want to mention the differences in flavor between the potatoes that you could use. So with your gold or white potatoes, if you like something a little bit more savory, you can use your gold potatoes. But if you like something with a hint of sweetness, the sweet potatoes are going to be your best bet. All right, so now we're going to move over to the stove. Okay, so now we're ready to prepare exactly what we chopped up, which is our corn and zucchini, our tomatoes, sweet potatoes, and I had some extra peppers and onions in the refrigerator, and so I just brought that out because I'm repurposing those things for this vegetable hash. And we're going to put in our sweet potatoes and our onions first. The sweet potatoes take just a bit longer to prepare, so that's going to cook first in the skillet, and then we're going to get that nice and marinated, and then prepare our other vegetables to go inside. All right, let's get started. Let's cook. All right, so because the sweet potatoes take a while to cook, this has been cooking for about 5 minutes in the skillet. And now we're ready to add our other ingredients, which I'm going to show you right now. Starting with our peppers or any vegetable that you have left over and you want to throw into your vegetable hash. Here are the green peppers. Get all that. Our red peppers. And we're just going to allow this to cook for about 2 minutes. Okay. I'm going to add in a little bit of seasoning here. I've got some salt and pepper. Just going to add a sprinkle. Add in a little bit of no salt seasoning, which has a few herbs and other seasonings in there. And it's just all in one. We're going to mix that in here. It smells even better. So it's been about 2 minutes. I'm going to prepare to put in our zucchini and corn that we chopped up. Just simply put this right into the skillet here. And you want to cook this for about 2 to 3 minutes, up to 5 minutes. Now it's time to top this off with our diced tomatoes right here. And tomatoes do not take long, so you add that last because it just pulls everything all together. We're going to add our no salt seasoning just to top it all off. Mix that all together. And there you have it, a vegetable hash. And you can either eat this now, or if the portion is slightly larger than one can eat in one sitting, you can set aside the rest and put it into a plastic container, put it into the refrigerator, and repurpose it for a later dish, which I'm going to show you in the next video.